In this lesson, we are going to be talking about stationary point. So what a stationary point is. Say for example, if I just quickly draw a curve, something like this, right? So stationary is like where there is no gradient zero, stationary point, right? So what are the places where we are getting the gradient zero? Let's look at that. So we're going to be getting the gradient zero over here, like this specific point. If I just label here, we will be getting the gradient zero over there because it's turning, you will be getting a very horizontal line if you draw a tangent. And similarly, we are going to be getting the gradient zero over here. So they are the stationary points. So we're going to be labeling this point, this part, and that part, right? They all have the gradient zero. That means dy by dx zero. The top part is called the maximum part, maximum turning point. That is a turning point. It's a maximum top point. Or, if I avoid using these terms here because we have a specific lesson for that, so I would call it a turning point. Why turning point? Because, initially it was going something like this and then it turned at that point. So that's why we call it a turning point. That's a stationary point. It's not a turning point. It's resting over there, right? And going into the same direction again. So that's not a turning point, but this is a turning point, right? But what do we have similar? Whether it's a turning point or the stationary point, they all have the gradient zero. Whether it's a turning point, this is a turning point and that is also the turning point. But the gradient for all of them stays zero, right? Can you see the one behind me? The bottom one, that's also a turning point, and the top one is also a turning point. They all have the gradient zero. Now, all the turning points are having the gradient zero. All the turning points are stationary, but not all the stationary points are turning points, right? That is what is important. But what is for sure is the gradient will always be zero. Now let's look at the questions based on this. So we have a curve C which has an equation y equals x squared plus 8x plus 1, and we have to find out the x coordinate. Okay, something like this we already have done in our previous lesson, but that time we were having some gradient given. This time we have no gradient given, no? But what is important? We have a very important information. Every question comes with its own solution, as every problem comes, right? So they all are connected with their solution. It's us, we have to just dig it out a bit more to really get that out, right? So stationary point, that means dy by dx, it's a hidden information given to us which is 0. Now let's find out dy by dx for the given equation. That's 2x plus 8. If it is equal to 0, what is the value of x? That's pretty simple, isn't it? That is minus 4. So yeah, if I did not make any calculation mistake, then answer is correct. Let's move to the next slide where we have to find out, we can get another type of question where we are going to be finding out the coordinates. Previous was for 2 marks, this will be coming for 3 marks. Again, the same important information is given to us, which is stationary point. And when it's a stationary point, what do we have? Dy by dx equal to 0. The gradient is 0. Let's differentiate that. This gives us 2x plus 6. Again, it is equal to 0. So the x value is minus 3. Correct? But we have not to stop over here because we have to find out the coordinates. That means we have to find out x comma y. So x we have minus 3. Now let's find out y. Substitute it here. So y is equal to minus 3 squared plus 6 times minus 3 minus 10. What we did, because this is what we get, we have to find out the y coordinate. So where is y given? It is the actual equation, no? So what we're going to be doing, we are going to be substituting the x value in the equation. So that's what we are doing over here. Further simplify it a bit. So we get minus 3 square is 9, not minus 9. 6 times minus 3 is minus 18 and minus 10. Minus 18 minus 10, or 10 minus 9, 9 minus 10 is minus 1, so that would be minus 19 if I'm not wrong, right? So we get minus 3 and minus 19 as our final answer, correct? Now, the last question we have, what does this question, what does it ask? Again, the stationary point, we have to find out the two coordinates of the stationary points. So what we're going to be doing in here, it's a cubic equation. When we get a cubic equation, we get a quadratic formed when we differentiate. So let's differentiate it first. Dy by dx, what that would be? Minus 9x squared minus 18x. That's it. And because it's a stationary point, so dy by dx is equal to 0. So let's make it equal to 0. So we can further divide by 9 or minus 9, whatever makes it easier for you. So we will be getting minus x squared minus 2x equals 0. Or if we would have divided by minus 9, so it would be turning out, or maybe you can divide by minus 1 again. Whatever is making it easy, minus 1, sorry, divide by minus 1 or multiply by minus 1. So you're going to be getting x squared plus 2x equals 0. Let's take x common out. That gives us x plus 2 equals 0. So we get the x values are 0 and minus 2. Let's substitute these values there to find out the value of y. When we substitute 0, these two terms are turning 0. So y value with respect to x equals 0 is 10. Now y for x minus 2, let's try finding it out. So minus 3 minus 2 cubed minus 9 minus 2 squared plus 10. I need a calculator for that. So minus 3 times minus 8 minus 9 times 4 plus 10. 8 times 3 is 24, a positive 24, minus 36 plus 10. I don't think I need a calculator. 34 minus 36 is minus 2. Oh, really? We're going to be getting minus 2 minus 2. Let me just super quickly check that. If I'm not wrong, so what the calculation was, so it would be, let me just quickly check. So it was minus 3 times minus 8, that is minus 20, a positive 24, yeah, and minus 36 plus 10, yeah, minus 2. Okay, so we get a final answer as the 2 points. The first point is here 10 comma 0 comma 10, and the other point is minus 2 comma minus 2. So 0 comma 10, and next point is minus 2 comma minus 2. Hope that makes sense. Thank you.